just a moment. Thanks for joining us. Today we're doing an Earth Day celebration. We're going to be making a new one of these.
UHF is connected.
All right. Hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy Earth Day. Okay. So, we'll start with a little story. We're going to be making one of these, but notice there's a little blank spot. I created this with Jocelyn and Christina right as COVID hit. The theme is the world is flat, because it's amazing how fast this virus came and hit us all, and it hit everybody around the world all at the same time. This was actually all of our last time working in the hot shop together without masks, so it's kind of a special moment. This tall one is me. This one was this one was Jocelyn, and Christina jumped off the earth. So we're gonna make a new one today. I have this really nice base, and as you can see, it's all lit up. So my goal is to make a new one that will fit this base, but we're just gonna put one person in the middle, and then we'll be able to have a nice new light up thing. And honestly, I think after that, we're going to destroy this one, which will be just as fun. I can't decide if we're going to smash it or if we're going to make it explode, but we'll do that on another day. So stay tuned and follow my stuff online for a destroy video later. For the people that don't know me, my name is Dominique. Everyone calls me Dom. I own the studio with my mom, Anne Marie, and it's just the two of us for this demonstration today. We've been doing these live demos every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Sometimes it's just us, sometimes it's other people. Today it's just going to be us, so we're kind of going to be doing a lot of stuff together. Normally Glassblowing takes a much larger team, but it's going to be quite fun. And as you notice, I'm not wearing a mask today. When we have company in the studio, we're always wearing masks. My mom and I are in the same bubble, so respecting the coronavirus or the COVID rules, we are not sharing germs with people outside of our little pod. So you get to see me smile, and you get to see me frown when I get frustrated, and hopefully you can hear me a little better. If you can't hear me, feel free to type it in the comments. Just a couple more things before I jump into the demo. Here are my new cups. Hopefully I'm going to be launching those on Friday. And inside is a turtle. So these are our new Terrapin cups. And I just made a whole batch of them today. And they're going to be going up online Friday afternoon, evening. Thanks so much for Protosnips for making this sweet turtle for us. It's really nice to have a new person that can make stamps for us, and we're excited to see where we can take this. One last thing, we have brand new neighbors. Their name is Chaotic Lily, and we want you to support them. We used to be open to the public. We used to have a gallery and a gift shop, and we are only open for private classes. And we have new neighbors, and we want them to do well. So if you can please follow them online. They've got a website if you're not local, or if you are local, they're open regular hours. So we really, really, really want them to do well so that they stay with us for a really long time. Without further ado, we are going to be blowing some glass today, right? That earth is hollow, so we're going to be on a hollow blowpipe. You can see the end is red hot, and I'm going to go get some glass out of my furnace. There's a little bit of soot on the end, so I'm just going to wipe that off so it doesn't get in our earth. My furnace right now is at 2,153 degrees. I actually really like my furnace at 2,200 degrees, so it's a little cold for me, but I will manage. Inside of here is a big ceramic pot full of a pool of melted clear glass. So I'll come and show you what I got. And it is just basically clear. Maybe the camera can't focus on it. Maybe it looks a little orange to you, but you can see how hot it is by the way it's moving. And it's a little cold already, so I'm going to heat it up for a smidge before I start rolling in my glass color called Fritz. Can the camera see my tool bench on Facebook? Yes, we can. Cool. So I've got some blue color. This is a lapis blue. I'm rolling in the color. This will be our ocean. And we want our ocean to be deep and dense, just like the real ocean. So I'm going to keep going in that color over and over again. So once more, this color is called lapis blue. For any glass people watching, it's R91. Glass has a number, and that is this one's number. And we're heating it up, going in the color, heating it up, going in the color, making it really, really dense. This is called Frit, F-R-I-T, and it's just basically crushed up chunks of colored glass. That's the same kind of glass as in my furnace. Everything's going to go in the pickup box, yeah. And maybe we'll go in that blue one more time. The benefit of getting to do this earth again is that I get to change the things that I didn't see initially when we did it. And I wish, especially when it lit up, that there was more color in the earth. I'm gonna check the iPad. And I'm going to organize the material a little bit, get a little baby bubble in there, and then we're going to add some land. So I popped some air into the end of the blowpipe, captured it with my thumb. As the air travels up the blowpipe, the heat causes it to expand, and I now have a little baby bubble in there. I'm going to have my mom hold and spin this for a little bit while I get us some land set up.
Hi, everybody.
So this is my mom, Anne Marie. We own the business together. Pre-COVID, she ran the gift shop, managed the website, pretty much did all the back-end stuff. And pre-COVID, I was doing all the classes. But COVID gave us the opportunity to spend some more time together and work in the shop. As we're working in here, I said this before, glassblowing is typically a team of 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Oftentimes people ask me, when you get better, do you work by yourself? And the answer is usually when you get better, you want to take on more challenging things, which means it takes even more people. No, not yet. I am making our land. So I've got this dense green color right here. We call it bright green. I've got a solid rod. I got some clear glass from the furnace. And I'm going to roll in our land color for a little while. Go ahead and flash. My mom has the job of babysitting the earth, or our ocean. If that glass gets too cold, it's going to break. It could break while it's hot right now. Or if glass gets too cold too quick or has any weak spots, it breaks later, which is why Christina jumped off the earth. When we did this, I had access to a studio that had a little bit larger of equipment, but they didn't have a hand torch, so I wasn't able to get Christina as glued on there as I want. Want to flash again? So this time we got the torch ready, and we're gonna melt the feet of Our Lady and really mash her on there so she doesn't jump off the earth, although all of us feel like we want to do that sometimes, right? Just kidding. I think we're still going to make the earth a little more flat too, just to follow with the original theme. So I've got some hot green glass, and I'm just going to kind of glob it on, make some continents, kind of keep it a little more natural. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time really trying to make it look like the earth. I want to get that really hot. Give it the idea that it's the earth. Now, if you're watching this and you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comments at any time. I do go back and check questions later. Yeah, I think it's still on. It just the screen goes to sleep, so we'll just leave it. And I'm just kind of pushing our land around. And then we're gonna keep blowing it out. So glass blowing can have a lot of blowing involved, as in physically putting my mouth on the end of the blowpipe or using a blow hose. But also, it can not have any blowing involved. If you're looking at paperweights or flowers or sun catchers, those are all hand blown, but they're solid sculpted rather than hollow like what we're doing here. I just realized I wanted to make a lady for them first, so maybe we might hang this up. So we did already make one lady, and she's sitting in the pickup box, or my kiln. If you can hear a little tick, tick, ticking, that is my kiln telling me that it's hanging out at the right temperature. But I thought you all might find that interesting as well. So I think that we're going to have the earth hang around for a little bit, and we're going to make another lady just so you can see. It's nice to have a backup lady anyway, just in case she tries to jump off the earth when we're hot. We'll be able to put our backup on. While I'm getting this earth situated though, this is an Earth Day theme for me, and it's also a little over a year since I made the first piece, but we are doing a little superhero competition for the little ones that may be watching. So if you know a kid that would like to design a superhero, something to save the earth perhaps, we are taking applications for that, or submissions of kids' drawings. Right up until this Sunday, you can mail or email them to us. And then next Wednesday, for our live demo at 3 o'clock, I'm going to make one of them. So this is inspired by Glasstastic, which is put on at the Brattleboro Museum. And the exhibit is still up for a little bit, I think. And a whole bunch of kids drew imaginary creatures, and we all made them out of glass. It was so much fun, and I really love working with kids, so I thought we could do our own version, but this time it's superheroes. So my lady kind of hangs out on the earth, and maybe my superhero is reminding us that we're all connected, that we gotta take care of each other. But we've got a lot of really cool ones coming in. I've been posting them up on our Facebook group, so you can check out the ones we have. And we're going to choose one of them to do next week. That should be really fun. Okay. So we're gonna put the earth on hold for a minute, and I'm gonna make a lady. The ladies are done on a solid rod, and for full disclosure, I worked these out with Jocelyn and Christina. So they do have a little bit of mind power into the design of this. This isn't necessarily my independent design. As artists, we have to respect each other and what we create. It's not like we're all reinventing the wheel and creating brand new things all the time. But nobody wants to be a copycat. It's polite to say that you're inspired by something if you found that that was the base of your idea that you built off of. So these are fully inspired by what I created with them. The color that I'm going in is this color called iris gold. So if it's encased in clear, kind of looks like a very pale yellow gold color. But now, on the outside, the propane heat makes it a lot of really pretty colors. You want to flash? I'm going to go with the bench. Come in front of you. So I've got a solid rod. I went in the iris gold. Gonna kind of organize it a little bit. I'm using this wad of wet newspapers to do so. And I'm kind of pulling out the figure, checking it out in my head. This will be where her toes are. And notice, my mom's got the earth. She's still spinning it, and she's going in and out of the heat to keep it nice and safe and protected while I do this. Give it a long flash, please. And my lady kind of looks like a peanut right now. Gonna stretch her out a little more. And I'm gonna poke some leg marks into her. Then we'll cut her arms. Want to do a longer flash? We're going to hang that up while we do the head. We'll cut her arms and make her arms go out to the sky. Take a long flash and don't hang it up quite yet, but. So I've got some scissors. Gonna cut her a little bit. And when the glass is hot, we can just kind of cut right through. I'm going to make her a little longer. I'm a tall person, as you can all see, so I tend to make all of my characters very tall without a lot of curves. She's not going to have a very voluptuous figure, although that would be beautiful and fun. Here's her arms. Okay, want to put that right here. You want to just take this, flash, and then rest on the bench. So I have a handy dandy hanger that I use when I'm trying to do too many things on my own. So we're going to flash the earth, and we're going to hang it up and let it chill while I make our head. Not very traditional, but it works. Flash again. The head is made separately. Got a solid rod with a little bit of glass on it. Rolling in that color. Okay, I need to make a neck. Still have to do. And I'm going to make her neck. And ironically, this step is called making a neck, even if you're not making a head. So making a weak spot, telling her where I want her head to break. Just a quick flash. And then we'll put her together. And flip. And yeah. So we got her head on her body. Quick flash, and then I'll run and grab it, and you grab the earth. Got it? Gotta flash the earth. And I'm gonna make her arms a little longer. Okay. And now you can see why it's nice to have bigger teams, right? We're managing, it's all good. But it's always good to have friends. Yes. She's saying, be kind to your neighbors. Take care of the world. Wear your masks. Okay, want to do a long flash? There we go. She's got nice long arms like me. Good for reaching things. I like to make a little mark that we can imagine is her hands. So she's pretty cute. So I've got a box to the right of the camera that we're gonna put this lady in with the other lady, and we'll pull her out later once we got the earth all blown out. Check her out. Woo-hoo. Yes. So I'll put a little water on her feet. Say, please break here, please break here. Got some diamond shears, can tell her where I really want her to break. And then we'll bonk her off. So she's hanging in the kiln, and the earth is ready to keep on going. We're gonna let that cool down for a minute. I wear my mask, I'm in New Hampshire. I know. So funny, right? Alright, I'm gonna take a little water break, and then we're gonna gather on the earth to make it even bigger. Just tip you all back a smidgy. Okay. So, reminder, this is blue and green. Isn't that crazy? So when people ask for custom things and they're asking for specific colors, it takes a lot of work to get the color palette figured out because we need to wait till it's cooled down before we actually know what the colors look like. We have a custom eyeball order that I'm working on, and I've probably spent about 3 good hours on it so far, and I'll share the picture of what it looks like hot today in our Facebook group later, and then we'll see how it's going to look when it cools down. But it's bright red. It looks kind of creepy. But really they want the eyeball to be all kinds of shades of green. So we got to cross our fingers, pray to the glass gods that it actually comes out green when I take it out of the annealer. We've got way more glass around here. And once more, I'm doing this demo at the end of the day. And thankfully, we really love and appreciate everyone. We've been really busy. So there isn't a lot of glass in the furnace. And sometimes when we get to the bottom of the furnace, we get a lot of bubbles and schmuck. We'll call that an official glass blowing term. So I'm just cutting out some of the bubbles that we scooped up from the bottom of the furnace. And then we're ready to heat and start shaping it some more. So the furnace, I try to get it empty, but it's never fully empty. And we kind of just keep refilling it. So imagine that you have a pot of chili, but you can't actually ever get to the bottom. And then every day you just add more chili on top of the pot of chili. And then a year and a half later, you're still using that same pot of chili. That's pretty much what we're doing here. So when we get to the bottom, we're trying to clean it all out, but we got to cut some of the overcooked pieces. We will be shutting down the furnace end of July into August to do some repairs. So we'll probably be out of work for about a month then. We'll probably try to do live videos every Wednesday until then, and then take a little bit of a break. But my mom and I are cancer babies, so it will be our birthday at the end of July. So we'll probably shut down, take a little break, spend some time doing repairs, and then get back up and working again. It also gets obscenely hot in here in the summer. Today is relatively nice out, but I guarantee that the thermostat in a cooler spot of the studio is somewhere around 90 plus degrees. When you get near the equipment, it only gets hotter. So you can see I'm pretty organized. I organized with a block made out of fruit wood. It hangs out in water. So it's rolling on steam. You can see there's no fire going on, all steam. Now we're going to start blowing it out more. Heating it up in my reheating furnace. This is hotter than my regular furnace, but I turn it on and off. It runs on propane and forced air, but not quite as hot as the hand torch that we're going to use to push our person into the earth so that she'll really stick. She won't jump off like Christina did. Got it hot. I'm going to use the table to suck out some of the heat. And then we'll blow it a little bit. Now, the spots that have the green on it is going to want to blow out different than the spots that have the blue on it. So it's just an added challenge to this activity. Different colors have different properties. They react in different ways. The blue is really soft. The green is a lot more stiff, and it's piled on there a lot. So the ocean's going to want to blow out more than the earth. I've got a blow hose hooked up, so I'm going to keep blowing and shaping at the bench. And I got some calipers here so I can make sure that the bottom is going to be the same diameter. Gonna wax my jacks. My blow hose fell off, and if you heard that little screeching, got a bunch of water on the tool I was using. That tool likes to have wax on it, or else it sounds like nails on a chalkboard. So I'm just heating this up again, getting some wax on it. I'm coming in. And I'm trying to pull it up a little. But this is the diameter of the hole. So I'm really working on this part first. Want that a little more blown out. And by the hole, I mean the hole of the base that's already created with the light. For me, making the glass is, I want to say easy, but the easier part. Making the stands are really hard. Jocelyn was grand enough to make that stand for me. And I want to use it for this new piece. So I'm making the piece to match the stand. Which is relatively difficult. But our earth is looking pretty nice, right? Can we get a real live vote right now? Who votes that we have the earth round? Or who votes that we make the earth flat? Anyone have opinions? If I know the people that follow us, you all have opinions, which I love. So give them to me. Nobody has an opinion? Wow.
Come on, Pam, I know you do. And Kathy, wait a minute.
We got a delay.
Kathy says round. Ann says round. Pam said, seeing how the first one was flat, how about trying this one round? And Sarah says round.
All right. We are a democracy here. But we're not quite round enough to make it really round. We're going to make it even more round then. If we're going to do it round, we got to really be round, right? The beautiful thing about glass is it loves to be round.
Chris Paul said I would vote round to do something different.
Yeah, okay.
You know, unanimous.
You're all right. This is why I need you all. All right, everyone, our earth is round. Now it's time to get the person on and tell her she's not allowed to jump off. splash. Okay. So I'm going to pick the lady up out of the kiln. I'm around you. And I'm going to use a really hot torch to torch her toes. And then we're going to shove her onto the earth. So this torch is hotter than anything in my studio. Flash again. And it will allow us to, I want to say glue, but really seal it on. Glass version of glue. Hot seal. So I've got some tongs. I've got Our Lady. And we're praying to the glass gods that she doesn't crack right now. Flash again. And I should be wearing glasses. Call myself out for my lack of safety here. Keep spinning. Can you flash? Gentle resting on the yoke. High five for my mom for doing the job of 2. All the way out. Keep spinning. We're going to really make sure she's sealed just because we can. Always my answer, right? She got a little dust on her back. Sorry, lady. Okay. We're going to flash her a few more times. And then we'll get ready to put her away. Yep. So you're going to have to hold the rod. You're going to have to hold this rod. I'm going to have to catch her with the gloves. Take this, please. Right, we're getting ready for our dismount. Putting water where we want her to break. Okay, you're gonna grab that tweezers in a sec. I'm gonna just hold on to the weight of all of her. Hold on. I hate it when people put my jacks in the water, but I'm doing it right now. Say a prayer to the glass gods. Okay. Tweezers. Yep. And she pulled off. So we're putting her in the kiln. And she made it. Thank you everybody for joining us. We really, really appreciate you. Once more, my name is Dominique. Everyone calls me Dom. This is my mom, Anne-Marie. We own Terrific Glassblowing Studio. If you can check out our website, terrificglass.com. All the things we do here are all up on our website that my mom created in minutes, so we're really proud of it. If you know any little ones, have them draw us a superhero, because next week we're going to be doing a live demo and we're going to create one superhero. You can email them or mail them to us by Sunday. Otherwise, we'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you.